So for that amazing Hendrix intro, we want to think of ourselves as being in the second position of the C minor pentatonic. So the first position's here on the 8th. And then we move up to the second position, starting from the 11th fret. And we want to focus on those strings G, B and E for the first part. So you want to slide up on the G string to the 12th fret and then play the B string underneath it on the 11th. And you want to bend that B string up on the 13th fret. And on the last time give it some vibrato, so you're bending it up, what is it, 4 times? And then you want to, while it's still bent up, bend it down. So you're doing like a pre-bend. So bend it down to the 13th fret and then hit that 11th fret on the B string still. So that next part is going to the G string now and bending it up on the 10th fret. And you can use your index finger or your middle finger. I like to use my middle finger for this part, so. So you're bending it up on the 10th. So bend it up and then hit it on the 10th. So you're hitting it 3 times. Then you want to move up to the D string. So you slide into the 10th fret on the D. Then hit the 8th fret of the G string. 8 to 10 on the G string. Bend up, but sort of choke it as you bend it. 10, 8, 10, 8, 10. So that last little bend there, you sort of want to preempt it, so you're... I'm normally used to come in earlier, but it leaves a little slight pause, and it sounds so cool the way he does it. So you want to bend it up, and then give it a little bit of vibrato right at the end, and don't hit it until it's bent up. So if you notice, I'm already bent up, and then I'm hitting it. And then you want to bend it down from that 10th fret where you are, bent up, bend it down to the 10, and then hit the 8th on the G string. And then hit that D string on the 10th fret. So bend down onto the 10, hit the 8th, 10th on the D. And then you want to bar the G string and the B string with your index finger on the 8th fret. And as you're barring it, you want to hit the B string on the 8th fret and do a hammer-on pull-off from the 8th to the 11th, and then hit that G string above it on the 8th fret. So that's why we're barring it there. And then bend it up on the 11th fret. And just before it goes out, he does another quick little bend on that 11th fret on the B string. So that last bit again, barring the G and B and flicking on and off with your pinky finger and hitting that G string above it. So for that first solo, we're still in C minor pentatonic, and we're in the first position now, so we're on that 8th fret position. And we want to start with double stop bends on the B and the top E strings. And I'll get the looper pedal going and I'll play through it with the chords, and then we'll break it down after. So. So, going back, we want to be on the 8th fret of the top E string with our index finger, and we want to be on the 11th fret of the B string with our ring finger, and bending up double stop. So bending up to that 13. So after that initial bend, we go. So straight into another double stop bend. It's quite tricky to get your fingers around at first, so you need to get into that other bend really quickly. So you're bending up, pulling off from the 11th to the 8th, and then putting your index finger on that 8th still on the B string, and then with your ring finger on the 10th fret of the G string, bending up. So you bend up and then you bend back down to the 10th. And then once you've bent down, you hit those two strings again and bend them back up. So. And give it some vibrato at the end. So a little bit slower. So after that last bend, you want to bend it back down and pull off to the 8th again. And then sort of just touch that D string on the 10th fret. It's sort of like a little bit low in the mix, so I think it's just, he's hitting it lightly. And then you want to slide up back to that second position of the pentatonic, C minor pentatonic scale, onto the 12th fret. So you're sliding up to the 12th on the G string with your middle finger. So 12th, and then on the B string, 11th and 13th. So that's 12th, 11th, 13 on the B string. Bend up on the 13th. And then bend back down. Twelve, 12, 11, 13. 13 bend up again, and then bend down, and then hit the 11, and then bend the 13 back up. And give it some vibrato at the end. And then we do the really cool bit now. So you're on that 13th fret of the B string, bending up. And it's all on the 13, but he's bending up in different tones. So you want to go bend up and then bend back down as normal. So we're bending up to the 15th note. And then we want to do a super bend, bending up to that 16th note. So you want to go a little bit further when you bend this time. So bend up, bend down. Bend back up, as if you're going for that 15th fret again. And the last time, give it some welly and go for that 16th fret sand bend. And then after that, we come back down. So come back down to the 13. Hit the 11th on the B. Hit the 13th again. And then we want to move down with our ring finger 2 frets so that we're back on the 11th fret of the B. We do a bend up from the 10th now. So bend up and then come back down and hit the 11th. So all together you have. Let's do it again a little bit slower. And now we get to the really fast bit, which is a killer to play the first time you do it. But once you break it down and go through it slowly and get it in your head, you'll be able to do it. And you'll be able to stick this riff in all the blues you play all the time. It's sort of based off that sort of bottom of the pentatonic, that famous riff. But he does it in a really cool, different way. So we'll break it down. So you're coming out of that bend. And then you want to go onto the D string, 10th fret. So 10th fret on the D, 8th fret on the G string. Bend up on the 10th of the G. And then after that bend, you want to hit the 8th fret of the B string. And then we move down to the top E string, 8th fret. And then we do a little bend on the 11th fret of the B string again, bend up to the 13th fret. So it's top E, 8th fret, bend up on the 13th, hit that top E again on the 8th fret, and then do a pull off from the 13th to the 8th fret of the B string. go back to that G string bend on the 10th fret. So you go back through, bend up, barring the 8th fret with the B and the top E string. Bend up on the G, hit those 2 strings on the 8th fret, B and E strings. Do that pull off again from the 13th to the 10th on the B string. I mean 13th to the 11th to the 8th, sorry. And then we want to go with our pinky finger. So we hit the 11th, 10th and 8th of the G string. And then go to the D string and hit the 10th to the 8th. Then bend up on the G string to the 10th. And then just a quick bend. And then hit the 8th fret with the G string. So we'll try and play it through all slowly, that little solo part.